Hello, welcome back to Blender Sushi Live Noding. The other day we take a look at how to create circles using grease pencil procedurally in Sverchok inside Blender. Um, let's now continue a little bit and just make a slight modifications to this guy so that we can end up with something like this, like a bunch of stars. It's actually quite easy to do, but maybe there's like some kind of workflow you need to understand. So we, instead of starting from scratch, we just grab the setup from here. Just copy the GIS address here, Command C, and then just close this. We don't need to see the Safari. And let's switch to Blender, and Blender decided to restart itself, so I will start from scratch. And let's wait a few seconds. Maybe I have too many app opens. Okay, Blender is restarting, and okay, we are ready. Switch to compositing, Sverchok, new. We can delete everything in the 3D scene. And let's just paste the GIS address here. Command V and import. Okay, we should have our setup for the circles. File, save as circle 2 star demo. Currently, so there's this error. It says there is no grease pencil data block, and we know that in order for this setup to work with grease pencil node, we need to just draw something in the 3D scenes, and then this guy now have data block, and refresh it again, and we have bunch of circles, random color, random position, with some random size of radius of the circles. Okay, now we are ready. Let's turn this into star. File, save as. Now, to make a star, let's actually create a new scene, totally blank. Instead of working on the other files that I just saved, I want to show you real quick how to make a star. We know already this. We can use circle, and I'll use viewer draw instead of grease pencil. Sorry about that. I think Blender decided to restart itself. This happens really often in my computer. Maybe it's my computer system. I don't know. Well, let's save this again. This one, circle to star demo. So we know already, if we go to Sverchok and look at it from the top view, create a circle and use a viewer draw. If we want to make like a star, we need to have at least 10 points, with some points pushed in, every other points get pushed in, and some points get pushed out. So that's the theory. So let's do that exactly. So 10 points of the circle, and we want to push every other points. And in order to do that, there's a quick way to do it. It's actually just use the list masking. List mask out and list mask join. And believe it or not, if you just pass in the vertices into this guy with nothing in the mask, we should actually get a kind of like every other points. You see the points here? And if we mix this guy with the list mask join, we should get our star. providing we do it everything correctly. Okay, there you go. We actually get our circle back, but in order to make a star, we simply need to scale every other vertices. So this data, if true, goes in there, and then goes in there, and then just scale it. And we have our star. The drawing error is because of this n-gon tessellation. Okay, so that's how you create a star. You can bake it and everything works. You just need to remember this list mask out level should be 2, and then list mask join level should be 2 as well. I think 1 actually works as well. Actually, it needs to be 2, okay. Okay, now that we know how to create a star, let's go back to our setup here with grease pencil. So we know that with our circle, we need to have 10 points. So 10 points give us this kind of exploded view, and I figured it out that this is actually because of the options of grease pencil. There is something about this guy, something weird. There's this high quality fill, so it's like on and off. Sometimes you actually want it to be off, sometimes you want it to be on. When you create a star, you know that you actually need that guy to be on. But for the circle, this actually needs to be off. And that's on and off is controlled by this guy. Use high quality fill. Let me try to set it off using this. So if we say color, use high quality fill to false, so everything works correctly. So see, now everything's high quality fill is off for all of them, and this is actually better and works much better for what we are doing here. If we want to use the star, however, we need to have a high quality fill to be on. So I'll save this again. File save as. Let's turn this circle into a star. Somehow this guy is complaining about something. This. Okay, be careful with that pass points. Okay, now everything works. Let's use our knowledge to turn circle into the star. Just use list masking, list mask out, and list mask in. So level 2, mask in, data true, data false. With the data true, we want to push and push out and push in using the scale. Simply do it like this, and circle goes in there and the output goes in there, and there you go, we have our star. With the star, currently we have 40. It's actually 40 at random position. You can see here there's this concave and convex issue. Like I said, we need to use high quality fill, so we need to turn it on in this case. And yeah, now we're getting that result. I remember that at some point this actually works better with a high quality on and off. Oh, yeah, it's a little bit strange. Let's reduce the number of stars and update it. So that's controlling the opacity. Let's turn this into false again for now. And instead of having the star at random positions, let's make it let's use like a line, and we're gonna use list split here and plug this into this guy for the position, and we should have our stars. There we go. With the star, I'm not sure, maybe this kind of vector, see, it doesn't like that kind of structure, but if we push it in, it's kind of working better. So I don't know what's the deal with that. So now this guy's exploding. It's really weird, but anyhow, we have our stars, and let's actually we can have more stars. We can also have use the grid. So let's say we have like a grid using plane MK2, and makes like a 8 by 8 64 stars, and plug in the coordinates into this guy. We should have our grid, and we have grid of stars. Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? I kind of like that we actually able to do this using grease pencil. This is very unusual. And remember that you can always render this out. See, that's like really sharp and beautiful. Let's name this real quick. Grease pencil stars. If you want to randomize the rotations, you can do that as well, simply by using rotations. So if we use rotate in the Euler, that's actually rotating the whole stars. Maybe we should do it before the move. Oh, this must be rotates, rotations. Let's try this. Oh, that's actually rotating like the local rotations there with the star. So if I'm not wrong, we can plug in like a random rotations in the z-axis. Give it a 64. Look at it from the top. Are they randomly rotated? Maybe. I think they are. So 180. So that's a little bit more natural. And let's have it, for example, 20 by 80, 20 by 12, 240, 240 stars, and update it. Okay, so yeah, so that's how you, if you want to create like a randomly generated stars for grease pencil. That's pretty unusual. I know it's not how you think. Normally, if you want, because grease pencil is for grease pencil, you know, it's not like it's not like you render it out in 3D. It's actually grease pencil, and with grease pencil itself, if you want to output this as a real object, you need to convert it into like a mesh. Perhaps you want to use like object out mk2 maybe. I think this should work. Actually, it doesn't work like this. We need to use grease pencil. Or object ID selector and grease pencil. Actually, if we plug this guy in with this pass points on, if we plug this into this guy or into viewer draw, I think you can output the actual mesh. So this is just the vertices though. Bake, and you have this point. So probably like I think you can output it as a polyline or something. Polyline viewer. As a single object. There we go. That's our polyline. Yeah, but I think at this point it's when we want to focus on the grease pencil. We don't worry about this. It's like a totally like a different workflow. Currently, we are like focusing on just the grease pencil. So you can randomize the color. You can randomize the seed if you like. Maybe make like different kind of stars, like this kind of star, like I think Australian flag kind of stars. See, like this star actually looks better when we pull it in instead of push it out. I don't know, but you need to play around with the high quality fill. Sometimes it needs to be true, sometimes it needs to be false. See, this kind of explode again. Maybe leave it false. So yeah, so you have now a lot of ways to place this grease pencil, whether it's like a random fashion kind of way, or like a line, or like a grid. And for the color, you can also use like RGB and then play around with this the seed. I think the result can be quite nice as well, like so. So yeah, this is like another look, another example, just slight modifications, and you already get like a different kind of design. I think it's really cool. Depend what you want to do. If you just want to like a 2D graphics, just generate this kind of. If you want to study a little bit of procedural, you don't need to go too complicated, but this kind of understanding can help you go quite far. This is of course just using grease pencil. It's not like 3D or anything, but if you understand this really well, you can generate the shapes and you can export it out as 3D shapes, no problem. But the grease pencil part is like a kind of like a bonus. So yeah, hopefully this one is interesting. How you can turn a circle into like a star, procedural stars, and how you can use it as a grease pencil objects, and you can animate any of this as well. All right, thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.